All right, continuing coverage of the Korea Summit here in New York City. Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine. We're with Hagsu Kim, and we're MakinaRocks. They're really testing me on these names, so this is really cool. But this is actually cool, using AI to predict how cars will fare after a while. So why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Right. Well, thank you very much for the interview to start with. Our AI models are applied to very different applications, but as you mentioned, one of the models that we have developed is to predict the future life of EV batteries.
Okay.
And we take into account the different features that go into predicting EV batteries. For example, the temperature, the road conditions, the different driving patterns that each person might have. So this differs from each region, even within regions, by different sectors of the road. And what we do is we apply our AI models to predict how much remaining useful life there is within each and every EV battery.
Okay. And so you said you had a fleet of cars that you did all this data from. Do we have, is the data pretty spot on for every car, or does it go all over the board?
It goes all over the board, and that is one of the biggest problems with developing AI models. You know, you have to process the data in the right way so that we can actually really use it, and we can train our machine learning models to learn the data and then provide the right outputs based on the differing data. Okay. And the model that we use is time series forecasting, and to do that, we basically need to clean all the data up from the raw data, and then we will then process that data into our machine learning models, which learns the different data and the different outputs that come from the inputs. Okay. And then we deploy these models to each and every vehicle that's out there. Okay.
So what's an average test? Do you take a vehicle out and then come back in and retest everything? How does that work?
Yeah, that is sort of the way it works. What we're doing is basically we're trying to build a universally applicable model that can go into each and every vehicle. Based on the one model, they can take in the different data that the car is picking up and provide the different outputs required to each vehicle.
Okay. So with the vehicle, I could then get an alert saying, hey, you might want to go check on the suspension on this vehicle because that's where things go, right?
Well, that would be the future for us.
All right.
For now, the actual industrial application we have for automotive vehicles is for the batteries.
Oh, okay.
And
when time to replace it and recharge and all that. Okay.
Yeah, and also one of the sort of hot topics these days is battery repurposing or battery reuse or battery recycling, and being able to predict the remaining useful life of batteries is very important. Very important part of all that process. So that's what we're trying to do.
You definitely don't want a battery to die while you're going to your destination.
Yeah, and you don't want to recycle a battery that has 10 years remaining in it.
Yeah.
You want to only recycle the batteries that has basically run out.
Okay. So how long have you guys been doing this?
So we were founded in December 2017, so it's nearly 5 years since we started. We've grown from a team of 5 people to 82 now. Wow. In both Seoul and Silicon Valley. We have an office out here in the States. Okay. We've been able to raise 18 million plus in terms of investment since then. One of the key features that we'd like to be proud of is we began with one AI model in deployment in 2019. That number has grown to 1,758 as of today.
Wow.
And all of these AI models are in operation, being deployed somewhere in the world, from basically created from our hands.
Okay. So within the next few years, what's the plan?
Within the next few years, our plan is to pivot from not only just developing the AI models, but also selling the software platforms that allows these models to run. Okay. And by doing so, we're looking to grow exponentially, both in terms of revenue and personnel. And in order to do that, we would love to expand globally, and hence us being here at the KOREA-US Startup Summit.
Okay. Are you going for consumer vehicles, or are you going for fleet type situations?
We're mostly focused on B2B industrial applications. Okay. So we're looking for the fleet size or even automotive manufacturers that create the EVs. And we'd be able to apply our models to each and every vehicle that is produced by the EV companies.
All right. Well, Hagsu Kim, the company's name is MakinaRocks.
Yep.
I did it. So thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
감사합니다.
There you go. Everything at MakinaRocks. Cool idea on AI and predictive technology for your battery, for the fleet. Just amazing stuff here at the Korea Summit here in New York City. Jeffrey Powers from Geekazine. Go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification so you know when the next video comes out. Till next time, you guys, geek out.